Hey y'all, welcome to In Good Company with AT. I'm your host, Alexandria. Today I'm joined by Kavani for a conversation that I'm both excited and a little nervous to have. Together, we're going to talk about the weight that men carry. This episode is especially meaningful because we're revisiting a chapter in our lives we've never really processed together. Yes, Kavani and I used to date, but today's conversation isn't about our relationship. It's about men's mental health, trauma, healing, and what happens when we finally have the conversations we've avoided for years. To keep things light, before we dive into the deeper subjects, Kavani, I know that you are a big sports fan. Can you
Yep.
tell us how you're feeling about LeBron going to Philly?
Oh man. LeBron going to Philly. I wish he would have came. I wish he would have came back to Miami. That's how I'm
Me
feeling. I,
too. Me
as a
too.
Heat fan, I definitely wish he would have came back to Miami. Man, him, Giannis, Bam, we could have got things cooking. But on paper, he is 42 and he's trying to win now. And with us, it'd probably
Yeah.
take. I know we would compete and everything too. We would make some noise, but like he's trying to win now. So Philly, I guess, makes the most sense. I guess he wants to go there. You know what I mean? He's trying to get the ring, so I get it. I get it basketball wise, but as a Heat fan,
Yeah.
just know ball up top every time we match up is up. Just know. I don't care. Everybody catches smoke. You should have came home. This is home. But Rich Paul has said something like he left a legacy there and he doesn't want to mess it up. And
Yeah.
and
That's
I
fair.
I I guess I get that. I,
Yeah,
I guess.
I was surprised and a little bit devastated as a Heat fan as well. So I get it. So we'll get into the more serious stuff, but first, can you introduce yourself to everyone?
What's up, y'all? Most of y'all know me as Vonnie, Kavani, but for those that don't know me, I'm Kavani James. Follow me on social media, Vonnie the GOAT. Most about me, like she said, I'm a big Heat fan, big Steelers fan, Yankees fan. I'm a big sports guru, pop culture, TVs, movies, superheroes. Follow me, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, Vonnie the GOAT, baby, Vonnie the GOAT.
I forgot that you're like a big movie fan too. What
Mhm.
movies are you excited for that are coming out in the near future?
Oh, I'm about to rattle off quite a few. We got Clayface in October, Street Fighter in October. We got a Hunger Games prequel in November.
Hmm.
We got Doomsday and Doom 3 dropping December 18th, both of them dropping on the same day. So we got some bangers to end the year. We definitely got some good bangers to end the year. We've had some good movies this year too. We've definitely had some good flicks.
And as you know, I'm not a big movie person. My attention span is very
Yes.
short. So we'll go ahead and dive into the episode. We are going to dive into a season of your life um, that was really big and probably, I won't put words in your mouth, like changed your life overall. But before we get that, can we talk a little bit about the before all of it? So, who are you before this big life changing season?
I was more, I would say, more open and less afraid to take risks kind of individual. That moment definitely changed like a lot of like my dynamic. I'm still goofy, childish, always got a smile on my face. Jesus, relax. Relax. Always got a smile on my face. But I think it was more of like a mental and emotional scar too. But it also opened up, it was like a spiritual awakening as well.
Okay,
If
we'll get more
we
into
can
it.
dive into that. Yeah.
Yeah. So at that time, like before, we're gonna call it before the event. Before the event, what dreams did you have for yourself at that time, or like what were you thinking was next for you?
Really it was me trying to figure that out. Because it just had graduated not a year ago from undergrad. Just had pledged Alpha a few months ago too as well. Was the store greeter at Spectrum, so I was really just trying to just figure out where I could go in this thing. So, what I mean, I had a sports podcast back then too. So,
Yeah, see,
there
I'm
was
trying to
some
be like
slight.
you.
Yeah, I need to get back right with that in the podcast realm.
We're going to go into the events.
The events.
So take us back to the day that we were driving back from New York to North
Hmm.
Carolina and we get pulled over. Take us back there. And if you could just tell us a little bit about what was going through your mind in those moments.
So we're driving back to North Carolina after we went to my sister's high school graduation. It was me, you, and my cousin. And we're like an hour away from the house in Winston. We're here in
We were
Virginia,
so close.
so close, so close. We're an hour away. We're in Virginia's Carroll County. I'll never forget Carroll County. Pretty much, we're talking, laughing. Didn't realize the speed limit dropped and pulls me over for speeding. He rolls down the window, says he smells weed in the car. So he's like, all right, drive up some. So we drive up a little bit. And he was about to check the back seat. I just told him where it was at. Just told him what was up, took responsibility because that's the type of man I am. When if I mess up, I'm gonna take responsibility for it. I'm gonna own up to my mistakes. I'm gonna own up to something. You feel me? I'm gonna be the first to say that's on me. That's me. You feel me? I'm not trying to get nobody else in trouble. He was like, "This is too much." You feel me? So he couldn't let me go. So he put the cuffs on me. I got in the back seat. We riding down to the station the whole time. He was just like, "I appreciate you cooperating with me." I got it from New Jersey, but I'm on my way back. From celebrate my sister's graduation. Just be truthful with the
Being
police. So
also
I'm just
honest.
and just
Yeah.
talking to him too on the way there. So pretty much we get there, get to the station. Um, I'm sitting there about it was probably about an hour, but all in all, they was like, since you have an out of state license, we can't give you a bond. I live
Hmm.
an hour. The state line is like 20 minutes away, and from there, pretty much, I was like, so what's about to happen? And going through my head, I'm just like, whoa, I never would have thought this would have happened. And when she said that I don't get a bond, I'm just like, what's next? And he's like, well, we gotta take you to the jail cell. Heart dropped instantly. I'm asking mad questions. I don't even know what kind of questions I was even asking, but I just know I'm asking mad questions. Got in the got in the van to go down there, and it was a minute before I even got processed and all of that stuff that we might hear where they might say it take a while before they do X, Y, and Z and do that. Yeah, it's real. Like it's hours. They take their time.
How did this incident like change your world?
It's just like I gotta be more, be on my P's and Q's more. You feel me? Because I thought I was on a high horse. You feel me?
Yeah.
I was riding on a high horse at that time. And the good Lord said, nope.
Sit
You
sit your ass down.
exactly. Sit down because you are, I don't know what you think you're doing, what you got going on. I don't know who you think you are. And I was in there 7 days, Tuesday to Tuesday. That's something I'll never forget. I mean, and when I got in there, it was no issues. Nobody had no problems with me. Everybody was pretty relaxed and chill. Every time I brought up, I'm in here for weed. You here for what? You here for weed? You here for weed? It was like, yeah, I'm in here for weed. It was like, man, I'm in here for X, Y, Z, da, 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 da. I'm just like, and I'm in there. That's the time when Jimmy Butler gets traded to Miami. I'm in there. We watching it on the TV in there. And they all, by this time, they all knew I was a Heat fan. They said, yeah, y'all got Jimmy Butler. Yeah. And I was like, you called
Kavani,
that.
not you been there 7 days and they know you a Heat fan.
Because we was watching sports, like we was in there. The TV was on. I was in there really talking to people, like I was getting to know them and all of that stuff. Because you know me, you put me in an environment, I'm gonna get to know people. I'm gonna get to talking to people. I'm not scared to talk to people. You feel me? So
You're making it sound like your 7 days in jail was fun.
It wasn't fun because I didn't eat till Friday. I
Cause I'm
cried every
like,
night.
every time I talk to you, it didn't really sound like you was having fun, but you making it seem like
Yeah.
you had so much fun while you was in there.
No, we just talked about one occurrence.
Okay. So you talked a little bit about not eating until
Hmm.
Friday and that you cried every night.
Yeah.
What do you remember about like the emotions of those 7 days?
What I can remember, what I remember that stands out the most is that it was Thursday night. It was Thursday night. Going to sleep, I'm crying. I'm like, damn, that I messed up. I'm about to lose my job. My girl's mad, my mom's mad, this X, Y, and Z. Just in my head, all the
Yeah,
emotions and everything. As I'm going to sleep, you feel me? I feel I mean, it wasn't nobody that touched me for real, but I felt like,
a
something go
presence.
over me. Yeah, presence and just in my head I heard, don't worry, I got you.
Aw.
You know what I mean? And then the next day get a phone call from the new lawyer because I had a court appointed lawyer. And the court appointed lawyer was gonna have me in there 2 weeks because she was taking a whole week of Fourth of July off and wasn't gonna be there. Got me the right lawyer and I spoke to him on that Friday and he told me like through the conversation, pretty much he was like, "Don't worry, I got you." And when he said that, I took a step back and I said, "Oh," it's like, "All right." I was like, "All right." But he's like, "We're going into the weekend." He was like, "The
Mhm.
earliest I get you out is like Monday, Tuesday," and then I was out by Tuesday. That between you, and some of my good, I got some good friends, Aaron,
Yeah.
and other people put some money together to put a bond together for me to get out. So it's definitely appreciative. So I'll never forget that.
Yeah, you got some good friends.
Hmm.
You got some good friends because I feel like everybody was really supportive um, during that time. Go like sticking on the like the feelings. What do people misunderstand about like the emotional part or emotional impact of being incarcerated?
Even the during aspect, man, it's like you're confined. Like you have people telling you what to do. You know what I mean? They tell you when to eat and they tell you when it's time to go to bed. And it's like we're all grown ass men. You feel me?
Yeah,
We're all grown ass men and you're talking about lights out. It's 9 o'clock. You know what I mean? And you get an hour to go outside. So it's like that emotional feeling and not having control over your own life of when I can go to sleep, when I can eat, when I want to go get some fresh air, how long I need to be outside for.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like that's a lot that a lot of people don't know about, and that's a real feeling that people have even when they come out. Because when you come out, even yeah, I was only in there 7 days, but there's people that be in there longer and they come out and their mind is still wired like that. They're still wired like, hey, I need to have the lights out by 9. Hey, is it
yeah.
okay for me
You
to
have
eat?
like
Can
that
I?
structure and
Hmm.
routine.
And
Yeah.
that takes a while for a lot of people to break. For me, thank goodness, I was only in there for 7 days, so it wasn't really like I got wired into that or anything. I got lucky that it didn't put me in the Gen Pop area. Like I was in where I
Yeah.
had a cell with a roommate. You feel me?
What surprised you about your time there?
Just how chill and relaxed everybody was in there too. I'll say that. Like everybody, like they pretty much too accepted like why they was in there. You feel me for
Yeah.
whatever they did, and everybody stood on the code. You don't steal from nobody. You feel me? You don't lie to nobody. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? If you do, then because somebody did steal some socks from somebody and got his ass whooped. But you feel me? Like that was the most that has surprised me being in that one. Everybody was just like, "Hey, come sit with us. You feel me? Come chop it up with us about X, Y, and Z." Da, 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 da. You know what I mean? I just expected to go in there and just pray I get out sooner than later.
What do you wish people, we won't even say people, what do you wish I would have understood during that time?
Um, that oh man, who I gotta take a step back. I gotta go back. I haven't dug that up in a while. Oh man. I get you were far away and all of that too. Just I really just need to like more like comfort and all that. Because just like this was a first time event for me, and I was like really just acting out like my emotions were all over the place too. I just was in my head, and I was in a real bad mental space. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just some grace or some mercy. You feel me? Because I just went through kind of like a traumatic event, kind of not even kind of like a traumatic event for real.
Yeah.
So like just I'll just say that, but we live and we learn, we grow. You know what I mean? I don't
Yeah.
hold nothing against you.
And I think for me, it was hard because I'm such a like task oriented person, and I'm just like, and not saying that I'm not emotional and all of those things, but when something needs to be
Hmm.
done, I'm like, okay, what do we need to do? Like, okay, you need to talk to your lawyer. What's happening? So I feel like I became like a task manager. And because I think during that time also, and correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like you are learning how to put your emotions or feelings into words. I didn't necessarily understand all of the emotional
Hmm.
impact because you weren't always the most expressive, but also
Hmm.
I am very like task oriented and I often don't lean into my emotions either. So I understand that I probably was very much like that. And I think the other interesting thing is like we've never talked about this like this.
Yeah, I
So
know.
even like hearing all of these things and about your experience during those 7 days, like we really have never gone in depth. Like I never knew like the conversations you were having in the police car. Like I didn't know those things. So I think
Hmm.
it's just interesting now, one being older than we were then, right? But
Yeah.
also like a different perspective in knowing the feelings. Um, and I think another thing is not to take anything off of you because that is your very real experience, but I also was very scared. Like it was a scary experience for me as well, like being there,
Hmm.
going through that, having to figure out what to do, because like being the first to know the information and having to figure out who to tell and who not to tell, right? Because I never wanted to put your business out there in a way or a light. um like I'm real protective of my people, right? So like
Yep.
I didn't
Hmm.
want people going and sharing your business and stuff. I only wanted to inform people who are going to help move the process along and get you what you needed. I also didn't want you to have to be indebted to anybody. So I didn't want someone to do a favor for you and then you get out, you're trying to get on your feet and they're like, well, I need my money back or I need you to do this, that, and the other. So I was just like very protective of you. And I feel like during that
Yeah.
time, I probably wasn't the most supportive of you emotionally because I was just trying to be that protector in a different way, like not necessarily in that emotional space. So I definitely understand that. So we will move on to the silent trauma. Looking back, do you think we were both traumatized differently during that time? And I guess we kind of just went into it. Um, but what are your reflections on that?
Yeah, I definitely do. Just from my aspect of, the whole getting arrested, going to jail, having to go through, different court dates and, what I mean, dates being moved, conversations with my lawyer, community service, drug, alcohol classes, the whole nine. Yeah, and then for you, just having to witness that too.
Yeah.
Like you just having to witness that. And I was talking to somebody a few years ago, like a few years after, but a few years ago, and it was like, you got to think about how she might have been like impacted by that too. Seeing you get arrested, the weight she has to carry by having to tell folks that everything you just went into as well. And even after even after you got out, like you feel me? I know the relationship was rocky after that, but it was just like, you feel me? Both you guys, in short, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And I think the other interesting thing, and I don't know if you know this, but like during the time that they were like searching the car, so there's two officers, right? They're searching the car, whatever, you're talking to the police officer, and the other officer is just like standing there watching me and your cousin. And he had his hand on his gun the whole time. And that really scared me. I'm like, I'm thinking about back to things I see on the news and TV. I'm like, are these people going in Virginia shoot us and all those things? So like it was scary. I can remember shaking. It was to the point where thankfully they allowed us to take your car. I couldn't even
Yeah.
drive because I was like nervous. And I think the other thing that I thought, I felt like this experience was going to bond us, right? So like I felt like it was going to make us closer because we've had this big experience together. And we will be better eventually because of it. But I think there was just like so much trauma on both sides that we couldn't even
Hmm.
begin to understand each other's trauma because we needed to deal with our own separate trauma from the situation. How do you feel like even in the latter part of our relationship, the trauma showed up like in our relationship?
With me managing, like you said, and I was going to speak on it too. I do think that was the beginning point of me starting to try to begin to, tr correlate how to speak on my emotions and how I'm feeling. And I really didn't know how to properly express it because I'm like learning. So I'm like, it's like a baby learning how to talk. I don't go, look, I'm speaking Japanese.
No,
So
you were speaking English and it wasn't nice sometimes. So.
I know, yeah, I was all over the place. So I didn't really know how to properly express it. So
Yeah,
now I'm at a place where it's like I breathe and then I like properly express myself without yelling, without having to involve, well, try not to involve many curse words because I do curse a lot on the regular, but I try not to
a lot,
curse.
a lot. Go ahead. Sorry. Sorry.
I try to definitely try to communicate my feelings and emotions to the best now. But back then, like you said, that was me trying to express myself in a new light and everything too. And that was new to me too.
You're trying to do this thing. It's hard. Like it's hard to express yourself. And then in return, I'm not understanding or I'm getting
Yeah.
angry because you getting frustrated. And I can imagine that like that just piss you off.
And then I'm in my head, and then you know me, when I get in my head, I get in my head real bad. Everything turned into the absolute worst. I'll
Yeah.
be thinking the absolute worst of the worst when I get in my head. So that just it definitely impacted us too. Definitely, who knows? We
Yeah.
could have been, but anyways, um,
I don't actually even know what that means, but I agree that like it was just a frustrating time because we weren't communicating well. We were arguing a lot. I feel like you were angry, and therefore, I don't even want to say therefore I was angry. Like, it wasn't your fault I was angry. Like, we were just both angry. We were arguing. That's not the kind of person I am. I don't think
mhm,
like your actions during that time were a true reflection of who you were. And we just became two people that I don't think either of us recognized.
yeah,
um and I think it just got to the point where it's like this is not even like healthy, it's not enjoyable anymore, it's not healthy. Like we had
hmm,
our moments of enjoyment, but I feel like the bulk of it was like not great anymore, which
yeah.
was sad. But anyway, we can move on from that point. Do you think that we processed our trauma differently during that time because of the way that we're socialized or the roles that society expects us to play? Do you think outside factors had anything to do with how we processed during that time?
Going back to a point where I had said something where I gotta provide for you or something, but like I'm not in no state to do that. And then there was, I guess that's like society's norm where a man gotta provide for a woman, da, da,
Yeah,
da, da, no matter what's going on, gotta do this and that. And I could say definitely for me, that's probably what played a part for me at that time. Like forget what society's talking about, like just lock in and focus, watching individuals like how they like lock in with their partner and different things like that, and overcome obstacles together and start instead of fighting the battles to fighting
separately.
against each other.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
they fight
yeah,
it
yeah.
together.
Fighting each other. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, instead of fighting each other, they're fighting it together and everything too. So just certain things I've learned.
and I think for me during that time, I felt like I needed to step up and protect you, right? And because the experience was new for both of us, I didn't know
Hmm.
what that looked like. So I was just trying to do the best I can. So I think that in similar ways, we tried to take up roles that we didn't know how to do. And
Exactly.
also, maybe not the best roles in that time because I think we both needed to heal ourselves.
Hmm. I'm over here talking about, oh, I need to provide for you and this
How?
and that.
How?
Exactly. I think that
But
I think I just got hired at Target too. Like, what? Like, what am I do? So it's a lot of learning, young and learning.
young. We were young.
Yeah, 23.
But I also feel like also fresh out of college, so we felt like we were grown because we had
Hmm.
just like came out of this big time of our lives and stuff. So I think that's all really interesting. So next, I want to talk a little bit about men's mental health because I think that we could talk forever about the rest. We could talk forever about the relationship, but I think a really important part of this to talk about is society and men's mental health. Before
Hmm.
the experience, what did mental health mean to you?
Oh man, before that experience, I won't say it wasn't important, but like I didn't really like have an understanding, you feel me, of what it was. I could definitely just say. I think, and it wasn't like, something I was very commercial and, advertised and everything around that time
Yeah.
too. So,
Yeah.
and it
Cuz
wasn't
this is
something I said,
pre-COVID. Because I feel
hmm
like after COVID, mental health became very like buzzword, depression,
yeah,
anxiety, all the things. And this is
hmm
prior to COVID. So I just want to put
yeah,
that out there.
yeah. So it wasn't really something that I really like was, I'll say, well educated onto as well. So I just really was just like, oh, and just brushed it off. It was never that important, I'll say. But now, like with what we know, is important, especially after going in there too. I saw like
Yeah.
I did see other men crying. You feel me? Just venting, you know what I mean? Talking about their ladies, their kids, you feel me? Their families. You see how important it is too, like us having an outlet, because a lot of times, even in today's time,
Yeah.
don't feel like there's a real deal outlet for me. So
Do you feel like you have permission to struggle?
no, as a man, no,
Why?
just because the heavy ass burden we got to carry. Like I've seen it on Instagram too. It's like take like 2 minutes, shed your tears or whatever in private, and then wipe your face off, go back, and you got to perform like nothing's happening.
Yeah.
Can't open up too much. You feel me? Might people are afraid to get judged. It can be rough sometimes. So it's like you definitely got to have like those 5 minute moments to yourself. Take it, brush it off, shed a tear or whatever. But we got to keep our head held high. It's us against the world always. Um, and going back, sometimes it definitely does feel like there is no real outlet at times because you might vent to somebody 5 months later, they throw it back at you. You know what I mean? So it's just like, damn, I thought this was a safe space. Or it's just like they tell somebody else and now it's da 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 da, whatever rumors started. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
a lot of folks just keep stuff to themselves. So go ahead.
So, in talking, I know I asked you specifically for your experience, but in thinking about the Black community, what are three things that you think Black women can do to support Black men in their struggles?
Um, I never thought about that. Just be a listening ear. You know what I mean? Actually, like listen. Like the listening ear part will open up a lot of doors because it's a lot of guys that say my girl don't listen to me. And I also say don't throw stones at our back. You know what I mean? If it's not warranted, you feel me? It's like the stones aren't needed. That's something else I can state. If you know I'm out here doing my best, doing what I can, A, B, C, D, one, two, three, I'm lining up. I understand we might still be we might still be falling short, but what you gotta say?
Because you know your ABCs and your one, two, threes, you trying really hard. You are trying really hard. Okay. No, I'm just joking. I'm joking. I know I hear you.
Yeah, well, if we still fall, don't throw stones at my back because I'm still out here trying. You feel me?
Yeah.
So,
And I think for sometimes Black women, we, I'll say for myself, I'm not going to talk on behalf of the whole community, but I think
hmm
sometimes for me, what becomes like throwing stones is that I see more potential in you than the ABC and the one, two, three, and I want you to do
yeah,
better. But I hear what you're saying, and you're saying that like I'm struggling and I'm doing the best that I can. Can you accept for now this and support me where I am now. So I 100% hear that. So you gave me two.
Yeah.
You gave me listen, don't throw stones,
We're gonna figure
and
out that last one because
you gonna.
eventually I'm gonna eventually get A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, and we're gonna get to Z, and then we're gonna get to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
Oh,
12.
so what
We
you're telling
eventually
me
gonna
is
get there.
you're gonna learn to count and do the rest of the alphabet.
Exactly.
Okay,
Just give me
we're gonna
some
move on.
time.
We're gonna move on to the next question. Were you taught to talk about your emotions growing up?
Not necessarily. I know there was instances and times where my mom said, you know, it's okay, you can talk to me. I grew up in a Caribbean household, so excuse me, a West Indian household, a Trinidadian household. So ain't no talking about your emotions for real. My mom started to say that to me when I was in like my teenage years, like 17, 8, 16, 17, 18, you know, as I've gotten older and everything.
Look at
And,
you
you know,
counting higher.
I can't stand your ass. But
See,
anyway,
I'm trying. I'm proud of you, and I'm trying to
I know
affirm
you.
you. And here you are.
Uh-huh. I appreciate the words of affirmation. I need that.
Absolutely,
You know what I mean? I
absolutely,
need that.
absolutely.
But no, as I've gotten older, I definitely can see the change in my mom's like, you know, perception and dynamic.
Hmm.
Just talking to other people too, because she's told me like, hey, talking to X, Y, and Z. So that's definitely helped our relationship grow as I've gotten older. Because I've
Yeah.
definitely opened up to her more too and expressed my feelings a lot more as I am an adult now. But as a kid, hell no.
Well, I'm glad that she has become that space for
Uh,
you because I feel
Hell
like
yeah, I love her.
we all need it. How do you feel? And you kind of alluded to this. How do you feel that men process trauma differently than women?
We got to put it behind us as quick as possible because we got to move forward. You know what I mean? Like we got
And
to
is that something that someone told you you have to do, or you just feel that pressure?
feel that pressure as a man just from talking to certain people who might have gone through something and that's their experience. You know what I mean? But it's more so like like I brought we're going back to societal norms. You feel me? Like we gotta something happened, okay, we gotta put it behind us. I mean, we can't bring it up, we can't talk about it. So we got to go back to work. We see it, and not speaking for me, but we still got to provide for our family. We still got to make sure our wife is happy, the kids
Yeah,
is going to school and everything. And it's like there's really no time to process and sit and in that moment and try to really scope everything in what just happened.
yeah,
And if it was a traumatic event, you feel me? Even going back when I lost my older cousin and I lost my childhood friend in the same day, everybody was like, "Dang, you're back at work already?" Yeah, I was like. I mean, yeah, job's not gonna just pay for not being here. You feel me? It's like I still have to be here. Like, dang, you're so strong for being here. I mean, yeah, I get it, but it's just like I got shit I got to take care of. You
yeah,
feel me? Even when said passed, I was like, dang, I would have took more time off if my best. It's like, yeah, I get it, but it's just like I still got to be here. And there's so many times where I stepped off that floor and went into a room where I know nobody could get in, and I broke down and I'm crying.
yeah,
I'm crying for like 10, 15 minutes. Like just broke down.
yeah,
And so it's rough. And then I go out there, like, you okay? Yeah, 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 I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, yeah, I'm good. What's up?
yeah,
Hey, there's a customer right there. Go ring him up real quick. Yeah.
yeah. So there's always a feeling of that pressure to just keep going.
Hmm.
So you talked about how when those days that you were in jail, you saw other men crying, grieving. Do you feel like that has changed your perception a little bit, being able to be in a space where you see men being vulnerable? Do you look at that any differently now?
Yeah, I do, because now that's the instance because in that moment too, that was probably about the group chat I have now. Like we were all like separate friends or everything, but I brought everybody together. And in that moment, like the group chat had been together like a year or so, and everybody like came together. And like now, I always say like I love you. You feel me? I'm never
Yeah,
afraid to say I love you to my boys. I'm never afraid to reach out and check on them. Like one of my boys, I just reached out and checked on him earlier today. But I'm always there. Like I always. I put my people first. Like you say, you protective
Yeah.
of your people. I'm always going to show up for them. I'm always going to be there to be supportive. And so I'm going to be clapping the loudest one in the room or whatever it got to
Yeah.
be. Wedding, baby shower, gender reveal,
You are going to
graduation.
be the loudest one in the room. That's for sure.
Yeah, I am. Yep.
You are.
Yep. That moment really helped change it. Like, because before then, I would show up here, but I didn't really show up like how I need to. Also, when you lose people in a sense too, you realize you need to show up for people in their
Yeah.
now. You feel
Yeah.
me? Celebrate them now.
Yeah.
Celebrate whatever little thing it is. I don't care if they just had a housewarming last week. Now they graduate, get their masters this week. Oh, she's having a gender reveal 2 months later.
Yeah.
Who cares? If you can't be there, and it's understandable, but don't make
Try
up
your
no
best.
BS excuse. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. On why you can't show up for your people
Yeah.
because we here for a good time, not a long time. It
Time.
might feel long, but it go by like that. We in
Yeah.
our 30s now. Damn.
Relax.
All right, my bad,
Relax.
my bad,
Okay.
my bad, y'all.
We're gonna move into a little bit of your healing process because I feel like that will also be something that can free others. What helps you heal, or what has helped you heal along the way? I know, like, not even just the incarceration and the breakup and like all of that stuff, like you had things that happened after that, like losing friends and things and your cousin. So what has helped you heal through all of that?
Um, as cliche as it is, time does heal a lot. As with like our relationship, just time going by, as you know, there was a
Hmm.
time and period where we didn't speak for months. You know what I mean? I don't know how we started talking again. So, but then, with like the incarceration, just time, because it took me a while before I could like tell the story
Yeah.
without crying.
Yeah.
It was probably like 2.5 years before I could tell the story without shedding a tear at least.
Yeah.
Because I know that first year, even on the like the 1 year anniversary, I was shook, crying, all of that. It was rough. So it took a while, like that, just time, just seeing the positives and being grateful for, what I have in life too, as well. And in what, like a few months after I got out, I did get baptized. So just being a little bit more in the Bible. And then when it comes to losing people too as well, that's rough. Still haven't healed from losing my best friend 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I still have moments where I'm breaking down and crying. His birthday was earlier this month. Still have moments where I'm just sitting here thinking about him. Even my cousin too. My cousin's birthday was last month. Both of them were big like superhero fans, all of the same things I'm into. So they'll be geeking out right now for all of this stuff that just dropped
That's,
too.
yeah. Yeah.
It's not a day that goes by where they don't cross my mind at some point.
Yeah.
Those instances, it still takes time.
And I think, like, I lost my dad really young, and people are
Mhm.
always asking me, how do you get through that? Or like, does it get better? And I just say it gets different over time. It gets
Yeah.
different. One year or one day you'll be okay, and then one day you're not. And I think all of the emotions are okay to have and normal when it comes to grief, because it's not a linear process, but there's so many ways to honor them. So like you talking about going to watch these new movies that are coming out, carry them with you as you do that,
Mhm.
because they would want you to enjoy those things. What role did therapy play in your healing process? Or did it play a role in your healing process?
It actually didn't, because it was right before I left Target in 2024, because they offer like 5 free sessions or whatever. So I went
Mm-hmm.
to like 2 sessions, with a guy, but then I ended up leaving Target. So I didn't have my 5 free sessions
Yeah.
anymore. Now I'm at Enterprise. Actually, just recently I met up with a therapist. That part is still a work in progress. When I did that 2 years ago with Target, that was when I wanted to incorporate that in my healing process.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now we're back and I got somebody. He does virtual, but I would prefer in person. The first time we met in person, I was able to let a lot of them. guards down. You
Yeah,
feel me? So it was more comfortable. I definitely would feel that better for me. But I'm really still working on incorporating into my healing and growth process because I'm trying to grow. You gotta plant the seeds, water it,
I
and
love I love that for you.
you know,
I love that for you. No, I genuinely I hope that, you are able to have your in-person sessions that you desire, and I hope that it's a good fit for you because I think, therapy has been such a big part of my healing process, and I'm such an advocate for
mhm.
everybody else, and I want them to have the great experiences in therapy that I've had. So I hope and pray that you'll have that. What role has friendships played in your healing process?
Leaning on the guys definitely has helped a lot, and leaning on some of my women friends too. Just getting certain advice from here and there, especially when I did open up about um me going to jail. Like, I appreciate that. I love my friends. I'm grateful for my friends, and that's why I always show up for them
Yeah.
because I'll go to bat for them. It don't matter. I'm always show up and celebrate them because I'm forever grateful for my community, my village. Certain guys, you feel me? Like I got my guy Aaron, DP, Zeus, my brother Paul. And I got the rest of the guys in the group chat. You feel me? I open up a bit and I try to be as transparent. I try to let everybody know it's okay to do this and that.
Yeah.
I always got jokes. This can never be serious at times. I definitely
Yeah.
love my people.
They're probably grateful that you broach those big topics because they know that it's
Yeah,
an open space and that they're probably taking in what you're saying, even though it becomes jokey. Because we
joking.
know
Yeah, yeah, for
sometimes
sure.
you're not that serious either. What is
Okay.
one misconception that people often have about healing?
That there's a time frame on it. Like people feel like, oh, I need to be healed by 2 months. You feel me? I need to take this amount of time to get over this and that. Like, no,
It don't work
there
like that.
is. It does not work like that. Take as much time as you need. There is no end date. There's no expiration. Do not rush it. Do not rush to get to the finish line. Like that's something I had to realize too. Just continue to heal. Just continue to enjoy the healing process. Continue to learn more about yourself. Enjoy that aspect. I'm learning. I'll be getting feedback, different criticisms from people, and I'll be like, okay, thank you. I thought I was doing something different, but I see I need to do more.
Yeah.
Let's let's go. Okay, I'm gonna work on that. Don't expect that to happen tomorrow. It's gonna happen, but it ain't happening tomorrow. But I'm gonna do it though.
Yeah. No, I love that.
Yeah.
Listen, that is growth. That's growth.
Come on now.
Yeah.
I'll be talking that talk, baby.
Okay, so we're gonna take a look back. We're gonna move forward, but we're gonna take a look back. If you could talk to a younger version of yourself, what would you say to that Kavani?
Don't be scared to take advantage of an opportunity that presents itself. Go ahead and apply for that internship. Don't, who cares if you got a 2.2 GPA? Go ahead and still apply because you never know. Who you are as a person is what's going to sell them.
Yeah.
It was like a couple internships that I didn't apply to because it was like the GPA requirements and different things like that. And I was just like, dang. So definitely would tell myself, stop talking yourself out of shit and just do the shit. Whatever
I
happens,
love that.
happens. Yeah.
So take the risk. Take the
Like I've been
risk.
talking about, yeah, take the risk.
Now don't do nothing too crazy now, but
Take the take the risk.
take the risk. Is there anything looking back now that you wish that we would have talked about back then?
The whole experience, yeah. I wish we would have sat down and talked about the whole jail experience because we never talked about it. Like you said, we never talked about it at all, and just how it kind of impacted us.
Yeah.
Um,
I think also we probably thought in our minds like, oh, we were both there, so we don't need to talk about it, but we weren't both in the same place at the same time type
hmm
deal. Yeah. No, I feel
Yeah,
that.
definitely. Just us talking about that more. And yeah, and just like I said, that was me learning how to express my emotions, and I sound it's probably sounded crazy. Wish like definitely like I knew better how to express my emotion. Relax, stop with the facial expressions. Definitely wish that was done better.
What have you been able to forgive yourself for?
Um, I'll go back to it, missing certain opportunities because
Yeah.
it was like if it was really meant for me, it would have came back around and I would have,
Yeah.
you feel me? Like God has my whole life and my storybook already planned out and how it's going to be. And I'm just following along with the path that He has written.
What does healing mean for you today?
Healing for me today now means really taking time for yourself.
Okay.
Like call out of work if you got to. If you got to
Yeah.
use a PTO day for like if shit is really hitting the fan or if like you really not liking your work environment, think about a work change or something like that, definitely take that time for yourself. Not too much time, you feel me, but like
Don't lose your job.
exactly, don't lose your job, but definitely take that necessary time for yourself. Make sure you have a proper outlet too as well for your
What does
healing.
that look
Like
like? What's a
so
proper
your
outlet?
outlet, your proper outlet can be golfing,
You go.
bowling,
You
going
golf.
to therapy. I've been talking to people. You know, what I mean, I want to start golfing. All right, I do want to get out there. You know, put my shorts on, get the oh yeah, get out there, really get into it. Whatever it is, bowling. You know, playing a video game. You know, going to hoop. Um, going to the batting cage. Going to therapy. You feel me? Like just a healthy outlet, not just out here just
Outlets. Doing
getting
stuff.
drunk. Nothing warms the spirit and brings the energy up than being around people, getting laughs,
Yeah.
smiling, so and enjoying each other's company and
I
just
love that.
enjoying it, making memories. That's what I'm really big on too. That's what I really be harping on. Is like we got to get out and make these memories. We got to get out. Like yeah, being on the game with each other is cool, but let's get up and go do something. Just and going out, taking trips, man. You know, going to different sporting events, going to catch different things, man.
So
That's really I don't
experiencing
know
life.
exactly. That's all we're gonna take with us is memories. So it's like just we gotta experience it now. Just make
Yeah.
it happen now.
No. I love that. So we are going to close. So I have three last questions for you. The first is,
Three.
what is something you hope? Three. I know you struggled with three last time. We got it this time. I believe in you. So, what is something that you hope that men gain from this conversation?
You know that it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to open up, definitely, and it's okay to be transparent. I definitely have said in this interview, that you know it's okay to say I love you to your boys. It's also okay to cry around your boys too. You know, what I mean, it's okay to have those moments. My best friend said he was in the group chat with us, and you feel me. When he passed, I was the one that had to break the news. I mean, it was a group FaceTime call, and you saw everybody's emotions on their face. You saw us all cry together in that moment, and we
Yeah,
all realized it's okay to be vulnerable together. You know what I mean? So it's okay. Just make sure you have the proper people around you too.
Roger. I love that. I love that. What does strength look like for you now with all that you've been through up until this point? What does it mean to be strong to you now?
Just trying not to carry the burden of the past. You feel me? To
I
leave the
love
past,
that.
leave
I love
the
that.
leave the past in the past, and you know what I mean. We gonna move forward. We always
Yeah,
gonna move forward. You know what I mean. What happened is done. There's nothing we can do. We don't got no time machine. You feel me? We don't got no superpowers to run back in time to change something. Now we just gotta move forward, and it's okay. It's all gonna be all right. We can change the future. The future can always be changed. So
yeah.
we just gotta
No,
keep
I
moving
love it.
forward. Keep our head held high. Don't let the past hold you back.
Yeah. So I also hear be present.
Hmm.
Go to the events and do all the things. So I love that. And I appreciate this so much. I have one last question for you, but first I do want to say that one, you have been good company for me, Kavani. I feel like in the last few months you've like shown up for me, even when you had like the cooties for a while. You came to my you didn't couldn't come to my birthday party because you had the cooties,
Yeah.
but you came and you spent time with me after and we chopped it up, and then
Hmm.
you came to my next event. And I think, to your point, like that's so important to spend time with your people. And
Yep.
another thing I want to say, I don't know if I ever told you this, but Sebastian was so supportive of me in the time that you were going through what you were going through. He'd be like,
Hmm.
this is what's going on in sports. Call him and tell him sports updates because that's going to make him happy. And he was just so great during that time. So I hold a very special place in my heart for him. So this is In Good Company, the podcast. Who has been good company for you through your healing journey?
Oh man, so my name drop a few folks. All right, this is my special shout out to all the people who've been good company for your boy, through the years. Say got my guys Aaron Tremuel, I got Devin Paz DP, my boy Zeus, my brother Paul, man, I got my brother Nigel, my brother Deontay Teachy, my brother Daryl, my brother Ty, my brother Wes, man, my brother Trav. You feel me? My brother Juwan, Trail. And huge shout out, man, to my dog Fred too. Fred has been a great help for
Yeah,
me, man. Like just different times, he might comment on a post or something for me. Man, he's
yeah,
recommended books, and I've gotten those books. Huge. You talk about special heart, special place in your heart, man. Frey got a special place in my heart too, because he really keep it real deal. But that's my dog, man, for
yeah.
real. All pun intended too.
I
That's my boy, man. That's my boy. My mom, man.
was about to
Um,
say, you better shout out Miss Denise.
Come on now, my mom. I could definitely say you, even though we haven't always talked here and there, it's been on and off. We could talk here and there, but definitely you have been a great help too, a great support system as well. Um, my girls, Jazz, Chi Chi, Erica, they definitely I've opened up to them over times over the years too. They've definitely been great listening ears and great advice. My former coworker turned little sisters, Ariel, Leisha, Tamir. They've been great too, and just keeping a smile on my face at times too, and telling me to keep going, really pushing me. So I definitely appreciate them. And then, can't forget my line brothers, John. That's my right hand man. Anytime you see me at the movies, you see me on a trip or somewhere, some John right there with me. You feel me? Rest of my LBs, Vontae, Zay, um, Jeremy, Jalen, Jamie, Charles, T Mac, Al, Brandon. I think that's all of us. But yeah, them man. I love all my line brothers. Trey Folk, Bay Mu Lambda, and I know it's a few people I'm leaving off. Like my aunt over time over the last few years. Like I say, like last like year and a half. Like she's really been like somebody like I can lean on. And talk to because she's really been like, hey, how's it going? Like she said I'm gonna make it my goal and my mission to ask you how you doing more, and she's
love
definitely been doing
that.
that. Yeah,
I love
yeah.
that.
So definitely shout out Auntie Dion. I appreciate that. My boy Joe, definitely a great support system. Anytime like I need something, need to just vent, you feel me, or talk about something. He's definitely been a listening ear. My dog Joe definitely been listening. And a few coworkers here, you feel me? Can't name them all. That's everybody that's, off the top of my head.
It sounds like you have a lot of good company, which is great.
Yeah.
But thank you so much, Kavani, for sharing your story and being open to have this conversation. I think it's years later, but it's important
Yeah.
that we have these conversations. And I think this is a good thing for other people to see that, like, you can have experiences and you can heal from them and you can be better and you can grow. So thank
Mhm.
you so much for this conversation. Thank you, everyone, for listening and being in good company with us. And until next time, thank you.